Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Citizen AY here. You're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. When you get this podcast, I want you to share it. Here's what you need to do as you're joining us. Go ahead, subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. We need you to really help us grow the platform. Hit subscription button, notification button, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to Citizen AY. Very important. Now, I'm going to just talk about this video. It's about 5 minutes long. Why are we ignoring the fact that Fulani is in our forests? Why are we ignoring the fact that Fulani are in our forest? This message goes to those of you who are at home right now. It is our forest. You know that. Now, these Fulanis, I'll watch this video. I'm going to talk over it. They're in there. This is a video, an old video. But for the Fulanis to be comfortable walking around in our forest, they are sending us a psychological message that we cannot go into our own forest. Are we not enslaved already? Are we not enslaved? Let's watch this video. And I want you to be, as you're watching this video, right now, you need to think about how we are going to free ourselves in this slave camp. It starts with taking back our forest, by the way, but we'll go into details about that. Here we go. How many guns have you seen in their hands so far? They all have guns, cutlasses in our forests. And we're talking about, what are we doing? Those of you who are at home right now, these are your forests. You know this place better than they do. But because of fear now, they are in our forest, walking freely. I'm sorry, my words are going to be harsh. But if we cannot protect our forest, we cannot protect our homes. If we fail to protect our forests, then we have failed to protect our home. If we do not protect the forest, make sure it's safe for us to walk into and out of, then we cannot protect our homes. By the time you try and protect your home, it's too late. This is crazy. Watch this. Keep watching. This is last year. And they're still, and we're hearing they're along the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Like this. I don't know if this is Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, but this is where they are in Yoruba land, in our forests. Look at that. Look at that. Look. See how many guns this guy have. See that? Now, I don't want to. This is almost about 5 minutes long, but these are our forests. So I'm asking, who owns the forest? I'm asking again, who owns the forest? Is it the Fulanis who come into the forest, or we, the Yorubas, in our own land? Who owns it? We can forget about the government. The government are funding these people. The guns you see in their hands is provided for, funded by the government, funded by the government. So we're asking you, every community, we must protect ourselves. Look, no forest should be left unguarded. That is part of the kids. They haven't got no jobs. Now there's jobs, because that is something we can do. We need our men to be in those forests protecting, because if you do not protect those forests, that's where they will stay, and they'll come from inside the forest to come into your homes. If you do not protect the forest, that is where the Fulanis will say they will use it as a base from which they can come into your homes. Every community must protect their forest right now. Every community. Keep watching the video. I'll be talking over it now and then. Look at the guns. See how many guns. How many guns do we have in our village, in our towns, in our cities? At this point, I want you to consider using all means to protect yourself. These guys are in our forest. Look at that. Look at that. They're even putting it on video. And this is where you can tell that the government does not care. They're not sending anybody to weed them out. We need to do it ourselves. Look at that. I'm going to play the whole thing. Question: who owns the forest? The Fulanis or Yorubas? If the Yorubas own the forest, why are we not protecting our own forests? Forget the government. Why are we not? Just look. This is in Yoruba Forest, though. And they're walking around freely. See that? You see that? What are we saying? I'm asking, what are we saying? What are we saying? Oh? What are we saying? Can you see? They are walking freely with guns and in our forests. Look at that. This was a video last year, but it's still happening now. Our people, they are still in our forest now. So number one task, our forest, we need to occupy our forest. And there are things that we need to do, that we must do. Look at them. Look at how many there are. See that? See that? See? Look at how many there are in our forests. Look at how many there are in our forests. Fulani terrorists in our own forests. If we are going to protect ourselves, our forest has got to be clear of these men. If they are not in our forest, they cannot come and attack us. We can feel safe in our homes. We need to guard those forests. The federal government is not doing it. We need to do it community by community. Community action plan. Community action plan against terrorism. Community action plan against terrorism. Community action plan against terrorism. If you just fold your arms and think, oh, they're in our forest, the government is going to come and they're not going to move them from the forest. You have to do it from your community. You need to do this. Look at that. See how many they are. Look at that. Look at how many they are. Look at how many they are. This is not about game. It's not about somebody talking about this. And your community. If you can make sure, if every community made sure that there was no Fulani in their forest, they worked on that together in the community, Yoruba Nation is Yoruba Nation is here. It is that simple. If every community makes sure that there is no Fulani terrorists in their forests, such as, look at how many there are. If we flush them out, and ensure that it becomes part of our daily lives. Yoruba Nation is here. But if they're still in a forest and we're talking Yoruba Nation, we are killing ourselves. We are killing ourselves. Look at that. Fulani in our forest with guns. Guns that, you see, gun, look at that. See? Look at how many they are in our forest. Look at how many they are. It's great we signed the petition. If we do not go and protect our forest right now, no ifs and buts. And all organizations, this relates to every single organization. I don't leave anybody out, myself included. If we are not ensuring, and the people on ground, particularly you on ground in your community, if you do not start working together, these guys, they will continue to come into your community, kill and run back into the forest because that's their base. Many of our farms are in the same forest. Now our farmers are afraid to go into the forest because they might get killed. So you see now that our first priority is to protect our forest. We push them back. They've got nowhere to stay. Our people are safe in their homes. We have work to do. This is not a joke. My Yoruba people, we have work to do. Look at that. Look at how many they are. Look at how many the Fulani terrorists are in our forests. Look at it. You see? Look at that. See how many they are. You know, that's a child there, obviously. That's a child soldier. See? Just look at how many they are. See how many they are. We cannot protect our communities if they are in our forest, though. We cannot. It's time we have a real sober assessment. We have not done enough. That is the honest, the undisputed truth. We have not done enough. In fact, we've done nothing. We've done nothing. And I want you to look at this video. When you see this video, pass it to everybody. For as long as Fulani in our forest like this, we will never achieve Yoruba Nation. It requires every single person hearing this broadcast, if you're in Yoruba land right now, you get your community together and protect yourselves and flush them out of our community. Look, let me show you how much they are. See how much these people are in our forest. Look at them. A whole army load. And we're talking about, this and that. Help. The forest are the first place. If your forest is not secure, you're not secure. If your forest is not clear of these bandits, you are not secure in your homes. It is that simple. We have work to do. For every organization going, our priority right now is our forest tool. This is part of what we need to call the Community Action Plan against Terrorism. How each community should be planning and thinking about how we are going to flush out the Fulani terrorists out of their forest right now, using all and any means, by any means necessary, to make sure that they protect their communities. Because if they're in that forest, they will use the forest as a base to come and attack you in your community. We have work to do, Yoruba people. We have a serious amount of work to do. Nobody, all of you, we don't want to hear talk. It's action now. The clearest action is the day when in every Yoruba community, all the forest has been taken back by all Yorubas. That is when we know that we are ready. As it sits now, we're not ready. We're not ready at all. And we need to stop just talking. Just keep looking at that video and see. They are in our forests and our lives are not safe. For as long as they're in the forest, no Yoruba community is safe. For as long as Fulanis are in our forests, in these numbers, in huge numbers like this, there is no Yoruba community safe in all its states. We need to take action now. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to talk too much. I want you to think. This is a video that I want you to think about what I'm saying and how you can organize your community right now. Right now, everyone. Don't say my child hasn't got jobs. Don't say this is an opportunity. The community come together. When you bring the community together and everybody's watching the forest and chasing them out, that means that everybody's out watching. The farmers can go back in. We can provide food. That's the first thing. This is worrying. They're in our forest. They are in our forest right now. And ladies and gentlemen, when you get this podcast, share it. I mean, Fulani in our forest. If they are in our forest, every community needs to address that issue. We cannot have Yoruba Nation for as long as they're in our forest. We can't. We cannot. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to think about that. The heading is going to be, we cannot have Yoruba Nation for as long as we do not deal with the Fulani in our forests. It will only remain, Yoruba Nation will just remain a distant dream. I know it's hard to hear that, but that's the reality. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Season AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Don't forget to go ahead and subscribe to Season AY. This is a clarion call. Subscribe to Season AY on YouTube. Hit notification button. Give us the thumbs up. Give us the thumbs up. Subscribe. Thank you. So, this is something to really think about. Look at the man. Just look at the amount of people. These guys are in our forest, where we have farms. Now you see why farmers are not willing to go into the farms on their own, because they will get killed by these people. And that's what's happening. Forget the government, forget the state governors. You must take steps by community, village by village, to protect your forests. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Season AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. When you get this broadcast, please share, and share. This is very serious. I'll be back later on. Thank you and goodbye.